I will pick a group. What do we think about figure 3? What is it looking at?
Lipids.
Lipids?
And muscle contents.
Lipids in the muscle. What do we know about lipids in the muscle? Good. What do they do in fat cells? Lipids in fat cells. What does it do?
Lipids in fat cells or lipids in muscle cells?
Muscle cells. It's fat cells.
Makes them insulin resistant.
Makes them insulin resistant by inhibiting the insulin signaling pathway. So that might be a reason. If the muscle's got greater fat deposits in it, it might be making the muscle more insulin resistant. Okay? Which might be the cause of the insulin resistance in the body.
But in the paper it says that that doesn't happen.
It says that doesn't happen?
Yes.
To conclude from that? Sorry? The paper does. So they don't. So that's it's clearly not muscle fat in this insulin resistance. Not from figure 3. Figure 4. That's a lovely figure. I wish more papers had figures like that. Not really. Right. What do we think about figure 4? How about this group over here? Have you had a look at figure 4? What do you reckon? What's figure 4 showing us?
What does figure 4 show us?
Different fats? Yeah. So in the muscle, so we're looking at different fats in the muscle pre and post the bed rest. Does this figure show anything?
No.
Yes.
You say yes, you say no. Okay. So why do you say yes, Grace?
Because diacylglycerol content of the muscle increased, and so did the free fatty acid content of the muscle.
It did. Is that increase significant?
I couldn't tell you because I don't know what would be significant.
So what is a statistically significant value in terms of?
5%,
Yeah. So P is less than 0.05. And if a result is significant, what do you always see in a paper? A star. There's always a star above it. So these are not significant results. They're increases, but they're not significant increases. And we'll come back to that later, Grace, because it is a good point. Diacylglycerol and free fatty acids go up. Significant. There is something they might try to make that more significant. Okay, so, but according to these data, there is no change in the fat content of the muscles. So that's figure 3 and figure 4. How about figure 5? What's figure 5 looking at? Did anybody go around to looking at figure 5?
Yes, I did. That's figure 5. Figure 5 is looking at mitochondrial function, showing a decrease in CS activity.
Anyone look at figure 5?
It's proteins involved in mitochondrial functions.
Proteins involved in mitochondrial functions, absolutely. So, do we know what these proteins are? What's CS?
Citric synthase?
Yeah, citrate synthase. First enzyme of the TCA cycle, Krebs cycle.
Good memory right there.
So they're looking at the activity of a lot of these enzymes and trying to work out the health of the mitochondria. Okay? We've got other ones. They are looking at oxidative phosphorylation levels, finding that they go down. So oxidative phosphorylation is the production of ATP using oxygen. What else are they looking at? They're looking at the levels of superoxide dismutase. Anyone know what superoxide dismutase is?
Reactive oxygen.
It's an enzyme that gets rid of reactive oxygen species. So if levels of superoxide dismutase, or SOD2, go up, then it's an indication that reactive oxygen species have gone up in the cell because the defense mechanism by itself. They appear to go up, but not significantly. In fact, there's very little of any significance in here.
What does the trend for difference mean?
That means it's not significant, but they think it might be important.
Oh, okay.
Well, CS
so
activity
P of less than 0.1. So normally people would not regard that as a statistically significant difference, but they want to draw people's attention to it because they think it's important.
CS activity, that's significant though, isn't it? So it's
That is
not-
significant. That's gone down. Not by very much, but it is significant.
Is the hashtag above the thing the equivalent of having a star?
It's a star, but it's not as good.
Ah, okay.
The hashtag says trend for a difference from a pre-bed rest value with a P of less than 0.1. So basically, it's not a significant difference,
Yes.
but they want to point it out.
That's what the hashtag means.
Okay, so that's what figure 5 is. Final figure, figure 6. I won't pick a paper with too many figures in for you, you'll be glad to know.
Ah,
I
figures are
hope you
great.
pick one with nicer figures than this.
You can do
Okay,
some figures.
so another thing, so if the skeletal muscles are still capable of taking up insulin, glucose in the blood, but they're not getting as good blood supply, then you'll be insulin resistant, okay? Because they won't have as much access to the blood which has got the glucose in it. That's what figure 6 is looking at. It's looking at skeletal muscle capillary content. So how well vascularized is your skeletal muscle? Because if that's not very good, then you'll get a decrease in your insulin sensitivity. Anything significant in that figure? Just eyeballing it? Anyone want to tell me?
HIF-1 alpha. There's a significant
yes.
difference.
That's gone up.
But pretty much overall, no.
Like pretty much everything else is not significant. What do they conclude about that HIF-1 alpha? Let me just see. Blah, 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 blah. So the key thing in this is that although they see this change in HIF-1 alpha, they don't actually see any change in the capillary content of the skeletal muscles. Okay? And they do this by looking at capillary fiber ratio, E and F. Okay, so what do we find out in this paper then? Oh, forgot to mention, there's key results in here, which aren't any figures for. Who has tried to find the figure that shows metabolic rate, energy expenditure and whole body substrate oxidation and functional outcomes? VO2 peak, leg strength, this is on page 2868. Just under figure 2. They talk about this data, but they don't show it. Why not? What have they got to hide? Where is this figure?
That's a very good point.
Just don't know, you can't see it. That's really, really bad. Okay? This is something that should have been picked up on review of this paper. And clearly it wasn't. This is a very well respected journal, incidentally. Diabetes is one of the top journals on diabetes, as you might imagine. Certainly published on many other subjects. Okay, so now we've had a look at the results. I hope you can see from my kind of whistle-stop tour of them that they're not actually as complicated as they are first seen. You have to pick out what each figure is looking at. And the key thing to look for is significant differences. Because things that are not statistically significant, you can't really draw conclusions about. And each of these figures is looking at something fairly simple. Figure 2 is looking at insulin sensitivity. Figure 3, figure 4 are looking at muscle lipid content. Figure 5 is looking at mitochondrial function, and figure 6 is looking at muscle capillary innervation. Okay. So now I want you to think about the discussion. Although before we do that, anybody got any questions about the results? Any of the figures still not make sense now I've talked about them? Okay? Everyone happy with the figures? Cool. The key to understanding the figures is to understand the methods. So, task number 4, what did they conclude? So let's have a read of the discussion. Bear in mind the results. What do they conclude? What do they conclude about the mechanisms of insulin resistance? Does this mimic what occurs in type 2 diabetes? What's the relevance of it? What's their take-home message? And I think we'll also discuss task 5 at the same time, because that relates. So task 4 and 5 are very much related to your description of the results and the discussion and the conclusions in your coursework. So those are, so basically what we're doing with actually 3, 4 and 5 relate to results and conclusions. So results, what do they find? What do they think? Conclusions, what do you think? So, have a think about that. 15-minute thing, maybe like slightly longer, and then we'll have a class discussion about how wonderful we think this paper is.
Best paper I've ever read. Better than the mail, I guess.
So the discussion starts
Main conclusions.
underneath figure 3. Discussion starts here.
Long bed rest causes a significant reduction in muscle mass, strength, and physical performance. Bed rest also results in onset of severe whole body insulin resistance.
So they give a specific thing where it's like, well,
You know, I think it was. Yeah, it was like they've lost this amount of muscle, and then they would have to take 12 weeks of intense resistance.
I feel like that was the main conclusion. That's the takeaway I took.
Yeah, but
Yeah, literally, that it causes insulin resistance and you lose a lot of body.
That's their take-home message, not the main conclusion.
yeah, the main conclusion in it,
That's the only one.
yeah, reduction in muscle mass, strength, and physical performance.
And insulin sensitivity.
Yeah, that's it. That's literally all you get away from this.
Or what do they conclude about the mechanisms?
That they don't know it. That's what they conclude, literally.
Did they say that?
Basically, they're like, oh, you don't know.
Yeah,
To be fair, a lot of their results were significant, not significant.
they suggest a lot of things. So you could be interpreted or it could be suggested.
We suggest this might happen in this, but an experiment it didn't happen. So
Yeah.
it was just like pace for them.
Does this mimic what occurs in type 2 diabetes?
No. Well, partially.
Despite 30% increase in insulin resistance, they didn't observe any clinical features that are associated with type 2 diabetes. Besides maybe the mitochondria stuff. But I don't know if that mitochondria stuff happens in type 2 diabetes. So I think it's literally just the insulin resistance. That was it.
What is their take-home message?
That
Wait, did
when
you
you're
say
looking at the patient,
increased insulin sensitivity?
no, increased insulin
Increased
resistance.
resistance.
Why do I keep?
Again.
Why do I keep writing that?
But
You would say it.
I think the take-home message is that if you have got people staying in bed rest for over 7 days, they will have muscle reduction,
You're going to get confused by that.
and there is a chance they
No, I
could
mentioned that.
develop type 2 diabetes, or is a risk factor.
Yeah.
But then you can talk about it while that's doing shit.
What was this 12 weeks again? To recover the week, they have to do 12 weeks of resistance training.
Yeah.
It's not, yeah.
High intensity
It said
resistance
the muscle
training.
mass you lost will take you 12 weeks to gain.
Regain.
Talk about that.
But that's
That's the end. You won't
it depends on
see
your
it.
diet, it depends on
How
how well
much
your
muscle mass
genetics
do you
work.
think you lose every night?
You lose every night. Well,
Yeah.
when it depends if you had a higher intensive workout, then you gain muscle throughout.
It's all about like
I mean, so every night you just lie in bed and do nothing. So surely over that time
You're using your muscles
You know,
right now.
It depends, because when you do resistance training, you tear the fibres, and with it at night, they're rebuilding because you're resting. Because
maybe they don't.
You're tearing muscles by walking around and doing things with your arms.
you're micro tears.
You're doing stuff to your muscles now. So when you go to sleep, you're actually kind of gaining a little bit of muscle. The bit that you lose, it's negligible overall.
It depends what you've
If
done
you
in
were-
the day that will affect what happens at night.
But if you're really fucking lazy and don't move at all, you will lose muscle.
So if you did no resistance training, you'd probably, well,
Or if you just didn't walk.
you understand, you don't. Okay.
You walking is making you gain muscle. And that must let
Yeah,
you gain
I
it.
understand that,
Okay,
but
so
like
what-
surely but then so they've been doing training before they went in. So surely the first night they would have.
They did no training.
They did no training. They had the
They
week.
had 6 months
They weren't
absence of
allowed to do
training.
I thought they said they had done.
No,
Guys
6
wanna
months
sign
absence
the,
of training.
yeah.
Oh.
Obviously, there's no online content that I'm going to release for this one, but I like to keep track of who's been here, so then I can have that nice little graph showing performance and attendance. Although attendance has been pretty good, actually. It's been at 80% every week. So I'm very pleased with that.
That's how it lasts.
Is it the same 20% that doesn't turn up?
Yes.
Okay.
There's always a large
Are you
amount
sure
of
they're
people that never
still
turn
there?
up.
Yeah, that's what I was
Right,
going to
yeah.
say. Are they actually so that you
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Some of them might switch to drugs and disease. I have no idea.
You should just keep it the first way. Some of them might just switch to drugs. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Quite possibly.
It's also quite possible outcome.
I mean, I can't really compete with a title like that. Drugs
Yeah,
and disease.
20% turn into heroin addicts.
Yeah, it's
Just to sell
Within the
regular
first
guns.
month, so
You never know. I mean, heroin's fucking great.
Wait, security. Yeah, that's pretty much
Reload situation.
Oh, Tim, would we be able to get the marking criteria for this?
For marking criteria, you mean as in like UE approved marking criteria?
That you will work from,
that
yes.
you'll work with.
My work, oh, that I work from, yes.
Yeah,
That will be given to you with the course work brief.
Okay.
It is, the course will be something already, I'll make sure the marking
I think right. I know you have to reference it. I'm not sure where
Oh, shit.
Did you print it?
Yes, he says yes.
Oh, I
You
forgot
will.
to ask the question.
It'll probably be in the brief.
That's the lower.